person, you add June as a friend. So there is a little bit of a level of separation between being a page and being a person, and I'm really glad that Facebook developed that maybe 3 or 4 years ago, that in order to kind of promote a business or a cause that you needed to have a page rather than be a person or a fake person, and that really helped kind of separate that piece as well. So you can see that so June added advocates for youth and 4 other interests to her profile, and the interests piece is more of just a theme that connects, not necessarily a page. She added through Sterling County to her work, and then where are June's likes? Oh, here we go. June likes Big Brothers Big Sisters and 3 other pages. So she goes to the Big Brothers Big Sisters page. She will show up as one of the 224 likes, and I got a little message that says Big Brothers Big, or June Job Seeker likes Big Brothers Big Sisters. And then maybe she would be interested in getting involved, and she would scroll down and see, oh, there's this, cool article about the president and new CEO, and I think that I might just want to volunteer, or I'm going to click on this cool photo and kind of learn more about that as well. But then go to the website and actually get involved, not necessarily on Facebook. But that's a great question. Any other questions about using this platform? So we do have a poll to do again, and we also want to open it up to general questions about all of the platforms, because I know there's a lot of overlap between these 3 areas that we can discuss.
I know it's really warm in here. Can you hang in there for a couple more polls so we can get see if you learned kind of data? I know, no one wants to learn at this time of day.
I learned a lot.
I learned too. So we're going to start with... Okay. I know it's hard to think at the end here, would anyone else like a paper poll? If you have a paper poll, your questions are on the next flip side.
And we can be answering questions too if anyone has any during this portion.
I have a question about the LinkedIn. I've already tried to revamp my LinkedIn a couple of times, and I was wondering if you guys have any resources about how to make it a little bit more enticing without really going overboard.
Many articles.
Okay.
Yeah, the LinkedIn videos have some good tips. They're a little bit older now. I think they were done in 2009, but I think there's still some good tips. If you go under Learn, under LinkedIn, you'll see them.
Okay.
We'll make sure we get through.
So these are just some great resources and websites to check out, videos and things that we realized we didn't have a lot of time today to share with everybody.
Thank you guys for putting it on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody plan to increase their use of social media platforms for any of these things?
Yeah, I have no sense of any purpose with Twitter whatsoever, but you opened my eyes to the possibilities.
You can say no, you're allowed.
You guys have
Go ahead.
these prezzies
and PowerPoints from like this 3-part series available on like the career development website?
We don't, we can talk about doing that, and we can certainly send you email you the link to this Prezi.
Cool.
So if you would like, I'll ask Cassie to email the link out to the folks who attended today, so you can have it. Yeah, and then,
Maybe last week too.
yeah, there's been requests for last week, Daniel, so.
Yeah, we can make that available. I can make a PowerPoint of that.
That'd be great.
Laura, do you want to share a little bit about what's coming up on Wednesday?
Yes.
Well, on Wednesday is the Developing Your Professional Web Presence workshop. It's being held in the Knight Library, Chapter 41. You know the main floor of the Knight Library? It's the one below that. So if you're entering from the west and going through the media entrance, and then take the hall on the right, go all the way back, it's just room 41. It's a little hard to find, but I'll try to put some signs up. And it's also at 4 to 5:30.
So this time on Wednesday.
I have another question.
Yes, please.
I know that the career services looks over your resume and cover letters. Do you guys also look over the LinkedIn account? Or
Yeah,
would
we'd
you
be
willing
happy to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be happy to help you develop your LinkedIn.
We actually do that quite often.
Yeah,
Oh,
we do.
really? Okay.
Yeah, so we'd be happy to talk with you, anybody who, and you know, that is, I think we've been trying to emphasize to grad students that we do see grad students. I think sometimes people feel like, oh, well, you know, that's just undergrads, because a lot of marketing winds up that way, but we are changing that, and we welcome grad students. Please do come in and see us. You know, Daniel and I have PhDs, we've been through the whole thing, so we understand what that looks like, and we also have some, you know, folks with master's degrees too, so you're seeing people who have been through one process or another. I think I have one more poll, if you can stand it. But I want to thank everybody for being here and asking questions, and we are here to hang out if you have more questions or want to know more about LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook, although I think most people are Facebook users. I read an interesting article that was saying that most people kind of know, I think, the thing about if you're putting yourself out there professionally, don't have photos of yourself drinking or doing drugs or whatever. But one thing that I thought was really interesting was employers are not just looking for things like that, which is your judgment, but also signs of resume inflation. So they're checking out your Twitter, if they can get access to it, they're checking out your Facebook, they're looking at LinkedIn to see, are people inflating their resumes when they actually send the paper version in. So employers are getting smart about evaluating people.
Right.
So be aware of all of that too when you're putting things out there. Are you consistent, not only in your use of platforms, but in what you're saying on paper versus what you're saying on LinkedIn? I think somebody had a question.
I still do. Are you gonna give us I don't know, your email address or so that we can contact you about specific questions?
Sure. Sure. Send it over.
Connect with us on Twitter.
Yeah, yeah. Well, did everybody who was here sign in? Okay, so we have an accurate record, so we can send all that out, yes. And you can find all three of us on LinkedIn and Twitter. You should not find me on Facebook, because I don't use my Facebook professionally. I don't think people need to see photographs of my son all the time, so.
Well, you're using it the right way.
General question.
Yeah.
When you're creating your profile on LinkedIn, can you hide it until you're ready to publish it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, under settings. Under settings. It's hard to see, but at the top it'll say settings, and then you can click and make it say, I don't want anyone to see this until I'm ready to put it out there. Well, thank you guys for. I know it's a hot room. And so Facebook is. Yes, I know. But yes, I'm suffering like a whole.
Mine is only for
You're hired. I'm gonna be done in December.
But yeah,
keep reading our program. Are you a professor there?
There's a lot of instructors.
Okay.
It's important information.
Okay.
And people do great.
That's cool. Do you work with Zach Taylor at all?
Oh, I know Zach.
Okay, oh, it's actually really good friends.
Oh, wonderful.
And I know he's, well, yeah, I know that's in there, but every time him and I get together, it's like no talking, so he always like speaks all over it.
Right, he's a great student.
Yeah, and I have a lot of similar interests.
Oh, nice.
Nice, okay. See ya.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming, Rhonda.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Do you have a car with you?
Can we go to
Yeah.
the building?
Actually, I was doing
Good.
That's what I want.
I just couldn't
Been
remember.
around me lately, like people I was a teacher back in Ohio, I'm a PhD, so I had a position here,
So I
so,
need to connect the phone.
but I'm not thinking it as a sign. I was like, I've kind of been like,
Beacon.
yeah, and not necessarily intentionally, just because I'm so
Sometimes I think
busy,
once
but
you
kind
actually
of putting it to the
yeah.
side or whatever, but
And
it's
not
strange,
just
like the
go
last
to,
month, so now,
very
I don't know if you have like a card.
I don't actually
Or,
have
maybe I
any,
can just write down your
but
name.
yeah,
But
bbdslate.org is the website, and then under
just to have like
staff.
somebody that I can ask questions that,
No,
that like,
please.
I didn't know their face.
Yeah.
I should be able to find people. and
Or I could take yours too if you have anything.
Okay.
follow you
I
or?
left the office and kind of
And
ever
then they get to
grab
choose whether they follow you. It's not, I don't know, on Facebook, it's usual, like, as soon as you
I could write to you some
Yeah, you
stuff.
could- yeah, sure,
Then why
that'd be
don't I
great.
just send you
just
an
follow somebody.
Yeah, that'd be
and
great.
they're gonna follow you back.
What was your name?
I'm gonna, Sean,
So it's
so
more-
S-H-A-W-N, and then
I don't think that here
Okay.
I
And
found
then, I'll give you
a,
word
search.
Give me spam or anything
No.
in there.
No.
Okay, perfect. P-I-R-E-I-N at Uoregon.
Your snazzy iPhone.
So it's, yeah, Max Corner. And then,
Okay.
email is francesca@bbdslane.org.
Say it again, I'm sorry?
Francesca@bbdslane.org.
Before you get that,
Yeah.
Because you
And I'll get rid of you
signed in if
and,
you closed out.
if you'd like to,
B-B-B, that's the word.
bslane.org.
Cool.
Yeah, the national affiliate gets funky when we don't add the lane because
Right, I gotcha.
legal.
Yeah, it's like one of the things that I guess,
Okay, anyways, I think you should be able
about
to just,
PhD work and
so
research
let me do it
and
now,
things
search, and then whenever you search
Yeah.
just here,
So,
so.
Well, we've got a couple of
So
things
if I put your
that
name-
Yeah, so if you were to
are
search
soon to be launched
Oh,
in the
good.
next school year.
And I heard there's
And then
like
if you were to
support, like
search,
one of my
It should.
friends was saying that like
Hold on, please,
she is a big sister
Oh, there
and
you
they
go, okay.
like the mentors like took the kids bowling.
Oh, there you go.
Kids,
Oh,
and that's
I
what's
was
not
searching you order.
There, so, yeah, I guess
feel
this
like we're out
is.
on an island, like. at the
Right,
beginning and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
so-
each pair is assigned to a
That'd be
coordinator
great.
that is responsible for making sure that their relationship is going smoothly.
Okay.
So we also get tons of
H-A-
tickets for things like
ILAY.
Oh,
Duck
good.
games and Holt Center performances.
Oh, fun.
That pairs get an ID
Without
card
space?
that
Wait,
local
here, delete all
businesses
that.
give discounts or
And then go
special deals,
HAIL.
so Chipotle does a 2-for-1,
Oh, cool.
bowling alley is like 10 or
Take it to them, get it where
15%
you want or
off.
something.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, and Annie's actually a big sister.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of how I got connected with this
Gotcha.
group. through
So what's
Sister.
your position there then?
I'm the director of the program.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
of Lane County's version of it.
Mhm,
Oh, wow.
mhm, Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
and then our CEO is actually married to Daniel.
Oh, all right.
So,
Nice.
There you go.
we're
Do you go to UO?
all
You
our
go to-
so-
family.
so
Mhm.
if I
Okay,
follow
so, yeah.
you,
Yeah, I
Very
graduated in
nice.
2008.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're directing it.
Cool.
Sweet.
Mhm. It's been a fun couple of
Yeah,
years.
I bet. Cool. All right, well.
But I'll get send you some more information.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Nice. Thanks,
Bye.
Francesca. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, take care. Thank
Thanks. No, this was great. We're glad you were here.
So you're only gonna see the people who you
Got it.
choose to follow.
until you follow me, then you will be able to see.
Yep, exactly. Cool, oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna be on you for it.
I'm trying.
Retweeting?
I'm beginning to.
How do I turn this off? Does anyone know?
Oh, nice.
It is funny, Rhonda and I just turned at each other and we were realizing, gosh, it's so foreign to us. We didn't grow up with it.